Hi, my name is Viridiana Montserrat Barajas Belmarin and study biotechnology in the UPVM. I will talk about everything that Jack the Ripper caused in England uh, in middle of the 19th century. So I start. Who is Jack the Ripper? Why is he so important in the history Britain? Jack the Ripper was an undefined serial killer active in the largest impoverished areas in and around Whitechapel, is a district of London. In 1888, age of Queen Victoria attracts ascribed to Jack the Ripper typically involved female prostitutes, while life working sons of the East of London shows thrust were cut pour to abdominal mutilations, remove internal organs, from at least three of the victims led to proposal that their killer had some anatomical or surgical knowledge. The name Jack the Ripper originates in later write by an individual claiming to be the murderer that disseminated in the media. The letters is widely believed have been a hoax and may have been written by journalists in an attempt to heighten interest in the story and increase in newspaper circulations. The form held later criticized by George Lust of the Whitechapel Vigilance Committee came with half of an persevered humankind. People taken from one the victims. The public came increasing to believe a single serial killer known as Jack the Ripper, mainly because of the extraordinary and brutal nature of murders and because of media trimmings of events. It's very interesting the Jack the Ripper in the society of Brighton because it's very important in the economy and the society writings in the age. But what was happening in London in the middle 19th century Brighton experience an influx British immigrants who enslaved the population of the major city include theirs of London. From 1882, Greenwich refuge from Programish, Turstans, Russians, and under grace of Eastern Europe immigrated into the same two area. The parish of Whitechapel in London is London's and become increasingly overcrowded. Work and housing conditions worsened and significant economic underclass developed. 55% of children born in the Earth's End died before were 5 years old. Robbery, violence, and alcohol dependence were complaints, and the endemic poverty drove many women to prostitution to surprise on daily basis. These were his victims. There are even theories that Jack was a woman and a doctor who could have children so when receiving and caring for these prostitutes. Who is that Sam Davebot about to abort? I write out the words his doctor, removing the wound and tearing his organs with hot compassion. Anyway, at the end of October, Robert Anderson asked police Sir Gregor Bond to give his opinion on the extent of the murder's surgical scheme and snuggling. His opinion offered by Bond on the character of the Whitechapel murder is the Arlington supervised offender profile. His opinion, the killer must have been a man solitary habits, subject to periodical attacks of homicidal and erotic mania, with the gender of the mutilations possibly indicating satyriasis or is hypersexuality. Extensive newspaper coverage based with widespread and enduring international notoriety on the Reaper, and the legend solidified a police investigation into series to 11 brutal murders committed in the Whitechapel and Spitalfields between 1888 and 1891 was undertaken to connect all the killings conclusively to the murders of the 1888. The murders were never solved, and the legends surrounding these crimes become a combination of genuine historical research, folklore, and pseudo story. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have understood. Good night.